Well, hello everybody, welcome to this week's episode of Travel with Rick. I'm your host Rick Howard and I want to welcome you to our weekly video blog dedicated to the #1 vacation destination in the world and my favorite place, the Walt Disney World Resort in Florida. As always, a big shout out to everyone who watched last week's episode and a big thank you for everyone who left a comment. I absolutely love your comments. I love reading them and really appreciate you taking time to share your comments below just by clicking on the word comments and writing something in there. You guys share your Disney moments, you answer the questions of the week, you tell us what you think about our show. We just really appreciate that and love the interaction with you. So don't forget to comment. I know it's summertime, a lot of people are traveling, a lot of you are away, a lot of you are really busy. They've kind of tapered off a little bit, so leave me some comments. I love them. They're like oxygen. So, got a great video lined up for you this week. I told you a couple of weeks ago I was at Walt Disney World for my daughter Sarah's 16th birthday. You know, and there's some attractions. Me, I'm kind of an adrenaline junkie. You know, I love the rush of the thrill rides and the roller coasters and all the things like that. You know, and there's some attractions that I love them. They're favorites. You know, they're classics, but you know, they're not always high up on my list. But it was really cool to tour the parks with several teenagers, my daughter and some of her teenage girlfriends, and see the attractions that they wanted to ride. And this ride was high up on their list. Again, might not make the top of my list, but that was cool because I love going along with them. But the attraction's over in Fantasyland at the Magic Kingdom, and it's the Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. I know. If you've got toddlers, this is a must-do. But if you're like me, a little older, kind of the adrenaline side, maybe it's not a must-do, but you know what? We had a lot of fun doing it. So it's just really a cool attraction. It opened at the Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World on June 4th, 1999, amid much controversy, I might say, because it did replace Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. There were a lot of protests, and the Disney community kind of got all up in arms with Walt Disney World for getting rid of Mr. Toad. There were a lot of peaceful protests and a lot of ride-ins and things, scheduled rides of that attraction, but to no avail. Winnie the Pooh still won out and opened up on June 4th, 1999. There are actually 4 different types of Winnie the Pooh rides around the world. In Tokyo, there's Pooh's Honey Pot, and Disneyland and Hong Kong share the Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh with Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom, which is kind of neat. It's a great little attraction just to go through because you do kind of bounce along and float along and do different things along through the ride. Again, it's just it's a wonderful ride for toddlers and small kids, and I guess kids of all ages. There is Fast Pass available for this attraction because it is a very popular attraction among the younger set. So you will want to get there early, and if you don't, you will want to make sure you get a Fast Pass for it. But it's a lot of fun. So come on, let's go check out the Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Come on.
to say. At last the rain went away, and everyone gathered together to say.
Well, there you go. Hope you enjoyed riding along with Winnie the Pooh. Like I said, it was a lot of fun. It was kind of a flashback for me to think about when our kids were younger. Riding it with our teenagers now was kind of different than maybe the last time we rode it when our kids weren't quite so old. So it was a lot of fun. Alrighty, let's go ahead and give away a passporter. I've got the names of everyone who commented on last week's show. See, commenting has its rewards. It's like oxygen for me, and it's like passporters for you guys. I've got a copy of the Passporters Walt Disney World, the ultimate guide, the unique travel guide, planner, organizer, journal, and keepsake by Jennifer and Dave Marks. And let's reach right in here and pull out one lucky winner here. Peggy Janiek. Peggy, I'm sorry, Janiec. So Peggy, I will drop you an email. Just reply back to that email with your address, and I'll be happy to get a copy of the Passporter out to you. Let's see. Well, next week I'm going to be at Walt Disney World again. I'm leaving on Monday. We're going to be working on a couple new episodes for Travel with Rick. I've got a couple of cool things planned. We're going to do some more special guests. Hopefully we'll do a live Travel with Rick next week in one of the parks or one of the resorts. I'm looking forward to that. And then we're gonna do a couple of new different kinds of episodes next week while we're there. So if you're not following me on Twitter, follow me up on Twitter because we'll be posting our tweets. We've actually got a really nice dinner planned next week. It's the one of the special Tables in Wonderlands dinners over at the Wave at the Contemporary. So we're looking forward to that on Wednesday night. So I'll be tweeting you about that. And it'll also be posting to my Facebook as well, I think. So if you're a Facebook friend, cool. If you're following me on Twitter, awesome. You know, so we'll be doing some things while I'm away at Walt Disney World next week. So we're looking forward to that. Let's see what else. Friend me up on Facebook or become a fan of Travel with Rick on Facebook over there and follow me on Twitter. And let's see, let's do a question of the week. Let's see. One of my favorite things to do when I'm at Walt Disney World, many of us are like this, just like to people watch. So what's your favorite place to kind of take a break and watch the world and watch people? What's your favorite take a break place at Walt Disney World? I know I've got a little spot right over in Epcot at World Showcase. It's just really, really cool. Kind of between, I guess it's between Japan and Morocco, I think, right in there. There's some nice benches right in there, and then I've just got a great view, and it's a great place to take a break and watch the world. So what's yours? Leave me a comment below. Remember, comments are like oxygen, so click on comments and let me know what your favorite place is to take a break and watch the world. And who knows, maybe you'll win a passporter on next week's show. Well, that's going to wrap up this week's show. Thanks a lot for watching, and I look forward to seeing you right back here on next week's Travel with Rick, and I'm pretty sure we're going to do it live from Walt Disney World. So hang in there with us. I'll see you here next week on another episode of Travel with Rick. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Have a great week.